The only thing I want to know about, mate, and this is the crux of the fucking pod, is where the fuck is Max Clare? Where the fuck is he? I haven't seen him since Vegas. It means he's dead. He's fucking dead.
Oh, shit. Oh, well. He got taken by the ladies of the night.
I love how you're like, well. Moving on. Next segment.
Fuck it. Let's do it. G'day. This is the Two Beards Wrexham Podcast, your go-to for all things Wrexham AFC. Join us as we chat about the highs and lows of our favourite footy club. She'll be right, mate. Bonjour, des frères babos, des dames, des connards et tout simplement des légions. Bienvenue, c'est le podcast Two Beards Wrexham. Welcome, guys. If you're wondering why I just did that, it's because apparently we're in the top 50 podcasts in France. And yeah, but fuck it.
You sounded like you were talking Afrikaans. What the fuck was that?
It's supposed to be French, man.
It sounded like Afrikaans.
Oh, shit. We are back, baby. We are back. Two Beards, a Wrexham podcast, beard brethren, shillers, fuckheads, and just all-round legends. Welcome to season 2, the League One season of Two Beards, Wrexham podcast. Wow.
A lot of numbers in that one.
There was.
League One, Two Beards, season 2.
It's got to just like off the dome, mate. Just got to go
That's
for
it.
But no, that was French. Because I don't know if you saw, Adrian, we got a little email the other week saying that our podcast is in the top 50 inside France. So I figured if I've got people listening in French, then I may as well speak a little bit of France.
Don't the French really hate when like people try to do the like French? Like it's the only country in the world that like hates when people like try and speak their language.
Oh dear. Yeah. Well, I can just we can just go simple, to all my French people out there. Bonjour, comment ça va? Je m'appelle Rousey, tu t'appelles Adrian.
Au revoir. Au revoir, all of those followers who left because they heard of that. Au revoir, bye-bye. See you.
I hope that was correct because my French it's been a long time since I've had to talk French. Let's put it that way. So...
Love it.
We'll just go with that.
Go
with that.
Weird off season.
Fucking what a weird start to a podcast. What the hell has this become already?
I haven't said a word yet.
Pod off season, man. This is going to be just nuts, man.
Oh, mate, I've contributed just to your French accent. That's it. Like, so this is all you, mate. I'm leaving this with you.
It's not the Rousey show. It's the Rousey and Adrian show. But anyway, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. All right, let's just get into it because we're fucking excited. It's been 2 weeks. We got a lot to say, damn it. A lot to talk about. So, guys, we have a little fan program that we like to call our fuckheads. We've got a great bunch of people there. And if you want to be a part of that, it'll cost you $5 a month. Go to twobeardsmedia.com. Links will be in the link tree down below as well if you want to join up.
He's fucking good.
Yep. So your base tier is $5. And it gets you basically ad-free early access to the podcast every single week it comes out. Gets you access to our fans only Discord, gets you 10% off our merch on our new merch store, twobeardsmedia.com/shop, and also gets you giveaways in the Discord, which we just recently had a giveaway. So,
Jake, it's still on the way, mate. I got an email saying that it's just arrived in the States. I don't know how long it fucking takes, but it's literally just arrived. I don't know where in the States, but don't want to dox you by saying where it's landed, but it's landed, and hopefully it'll be within you, inside of you soon. So in saying all of that, before I get to the tiers, before I get to the 2 other tiers that we have, Rousey, why do we do this fan program? I don't understand. Are we just doing it? What are we doing it for? Beer money? We're doing it to keep the pod going. What are we doing it for? Tell me why.
Cocaine.
That's the one. But no, it's not. It is the fact that we're going.
Mm.
We want to go to Wrexham. So when we started this pod, our one goal is not to be doing it to make money off of the pod in terms of Wrexham as a whole. We want to do it so that we can use that money to keep the pod going, which is what has been happening. But now we're going to use it to buy our tickets for November 2025, because we realized in the trajectory that we're going in terms of you guys supporting us, which has been incredible, by the way. Don't ever diminish what you have done. It's just fucking incredible. If we continue on this and we get more fuckheads, we get this, it's not to line our wallets. It's literally to get us out there to Wrexham so that we could do a live podcast in somewhere around Wrexham and actually get to be a part of it and maybe have some fuckheads join us along the way. So that's why we do it. For anyone who's like, why are they gaining money? Why do they want this? It's nothing personal. We just want, it is personal. We want to go to Wrexham. Simple. So for our tier 2 subscribers for $10 a month, you can actually be an executive producer. Now, an executive producer credit actually rolls at the end of that, but you'll also get to have all of the previous things mentioned, such as giveaways, discounted merch, all of that jazz. But our $20, our ultra fuckheads, holy shit. We have got not just rolling 6 months, you get a pick of whatever merch you want for free. But you're also going to be able to be a part of a FaceTime, Discord, whatever the fuck you use, Zoom, whatever we're doing, whatever you're doing, a part of it. For League One, because League One, baby, we're doing watch parties, but we're going to be doing it as well, live video, privately with our ultra fuckheads who we are very lucky to have. So I'm going to start listing them off if that's all right with you, Rousey.
Go on. Give us those juicy shout outs.
Loving it.
Who are our executive producers who go the extra mile to help us bring this podcast to the screens.
That's it. Well, our executive producers are Dan, Anthony, Jake, and Sarah. Thank you so much to all of you for what you guys do. We also cannot put past our fuckheads in general, and that includes Aaron, Andy, Will, Chris, John, Anthony, another Anthony, Deandra, and Mark, our mate from WA.
A mate from WA.
What a bloke.
Marky Mark. I tell you what, I mean, we're so blessed to have such a good group of fuckheads, but and
that, boys and girls.
Let's just say they're all fuckheads. So drink to them.
But that's why we do it, guys. We don't do it to line our pockets.
To the people that like, oh, well, you've got a day job. Why don't you just use the money from that to go to Wrexham? Well, we are, but we are, but we also use the money that we get from the podcast to help continue the podcast running, because there are some expenses incurred with that, and it also to help us get to Wrexham. If you want to help us get to Wrexham and you don't want to be a fuckhead, then there's also a link in the description down below in the link tree, which will give you PayPal, and you'll be able to just send money straight there if you want. But enough of the money talk, because we're not here to just rip you fuckers off of all your money, because we actually want to give back. We want to do good for the Wrexham community, to bring more eyes to Wrexham. And that is the whole purpose of this podcast. That has been from day one, whether we would have had one person watching or 100 million people watching. If we had 100 million people watching, though, I think I would. I'd
quit my day job.
I would not be single.
That's how you would. That's how you monitor your wealth. It's just. Yeah. Look, if I'm getting some, then we rich, bitch.
Oh shit. Well, normally we review the game that was on the weekend, and we then preview the next game, but that ain't fucking happening.
Unless we review Rousey's game on the PlayStation on the weekend.
Yes.
How'd you go?
Game on the PlayStation. Or if you really, really want to get your footy fix, right? Get behind FC Spicy.
Oh.
Right?
Shit.
Mum boy Adrian over here, he streams Football Manager. He's got his team in the National League South.
Yep.
And he's trying to make his team climb the ladder the same way Wrexham are doing. and it's just a hilarious watch. I recommend you do get on that, watch that every week, every Tuesday night. He streams it Australian time. Well and truly worth it. So a bit of a shout out
Thanks,
to you
matey.
there, Adrian.
Mate,
Don't
well,
watch my streams. I
I was
just do
about to say.
GeoGuessr, but you know.
I was about to plug it because I didn't know this was coming. So, but look, we literally FC Spicy. It's just a project. I literally don't even play Football Manager, and by that I mean I genuinely have clicked all the settings that the assistant manager does everything. The only thing I do is watch the match 90 minutes, so a full match once a week, as if you were watching your team play, and hopefully maybe your second team can be FC Spicy this off season. So, but in saying that. Another guy, like we know, another Australian bloke. He's just starting to dabble into it, and he did his second stream the other night. And I'll be honest, when he said, "Adrian, I'm thinking of streaming," I was like, "Yeah, right, good, yeah, good on you, yeah, right." Like people say they're going to do it, but this guy is fucking good. The GeoGuessr is a fun game. So, GeoGuessr, for those of you who don't know, is basically you are given very little to no information on where it is. And Rousey's been doing football stadiums and he's fucking good at it. I'll be honest, I expected him to get stoned, get on stream and be like, I don't know, bro, where is it? Bunbury? I don't know. Like he's just like, I don't know where he was going to go. But he actually knows his shit. He's very hilarious as he normally is. And guys, if you get him to 50 followers on Twitch, I believe he makes affiliate. So definitely give that man a follow.
Oh, there we go.
Rousey _slick.
Rousey _slick. That was a bit of a throwback from my poker playing days because I used to be called Big Slick, and I sort of combined Rousey and Slick together, and there we go.
I heard you were called Big Dicks, but all right.
Oh shit. All right. Well, I think we've got to talk about some Wrexham because we are a Wrexham podcast.
What's Wrexham?
After this, let's talk about Wrexham. All right. Enjoy the break, and we'll see you guys after this. Woo! Okay, so in true Wrexham fashion, we decide to take 2 weeks off, and the day we decide to take 2 weeks off, everything just goes fucking nuts.
Yeah, shit hit the fan.
We've got 2 weeks of news to catch up on, plus there's obviously the new season of Welcome to Wrexham, so stay tuned for those review episodes coming out soon. When we get around to it, because we ain't done shit. When we took 2 weeks off, we took 2 weeks off.
I'll be honest, me and Rousey were in couples therapy for 2 weeks, intensive. Me and Rousey were just trying to make sure that.
Is that what you called it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, either that or webcam, like hookers. I don't know. Anyway, the point is we had a time off together. And to be honest, it was nice just to message each other and actually talk about life instead of just the pod and just what we're doing. So it was really nice to think about it. But as Rousey said, fucking everything hit the fan when we left. Honestly, the boys went to Vegas and that's just the beginning. That's just when it all kicked off.
The beginning. That's when it all kicked off. So obviously it's been done to death. So we're not going to touch on it too long, but the release retained list came out. 8 players from the first team gone ski, which is sad. Everyone was sad. I was sad. I had a bit of a cry over Luke Young leaving the squad.
Aaron Hayden.
Hayden as well. Ben Tozer. So our captain's now gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
captain gone, vice captain gone.
Yep.
Rob Layton gone. Like it's just like it was. We thought us as opinion peoples. I don't know what we call ourselves. Podcasters, are we? We thought this would have happened a little bit before. As in, we thought it would have happened possibly even mid-season with Luke Young and Ben Tozer and Aaron Hayden and the likes of these people. So it was nice that the club let them see out the season and also invited them to Vegas, which I just think is a really class move. You don't need to have extra expenditure, but the boys know that it does, it takes a whole village to build what Wrexham has built. And that's the fans. That's not just the 11 on the pitch. That's the bench. That's the coaching staff. That is the players who play in the reserves. And I don't know, I'm very proud to be a Wrexham fan when I saw players who were even let go mid-year, mid-season, sorry, like they were also invited. Like that is a class move. I know we know the owners are classy people. We get that, and they've got money to do so. But it's not about that. They didn't have to do that. No one's expecting that. So to see Ben Tozer, Luke Young, Aaron Hayden, all of those boys, knowing that they've been let go, by the way, get on a plane, live it up with their friends, and then come back. And, there's a funny Instagram post that I think it was, I can't remember who it was, Callum McFadzine, I think. And it was like the day after he arrived back from Vegas and he was mowing the lawn. And it's just like when reality hits, like that's exactly what it is. These boys are either going back to the training ground or basically coming back looking for a club. So,
or if you're Ollie Palmer, you're gallivanting around Hollywood and attending bloody basketball games and
baseball, mate, Yankees. He
the
was all
Met Gala.
Yankees.
He went to the Met Gala. What the
Did he?
fuck
What
is
the
this going
fuck?
on? Like,
I had that one. Jesus, I must have avoided the internet that day.
mate, the guy has a fucking 2-second cameo on Deadpool 3, and all of a sudden he's the world's biggest star.
I did see that, and my favorite is everyone picked it, and
everyone
then
picked it. Everyone
was like,
so
that was a easy pick or some shit, like to someone like, no, sorry, that was a hard pick. And then Ollie Palmer commented back like, not really, like I'm like 6 foot whatever, and he's got a big schnoz, like, they're good. Look, it was good to have him on, and I'm really glad we have such a tight knit group. Again, I know Vegas is Vegas, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but I like the fact that the players kind of let us in as fans. James McLean and Andy Cannon sitting next to each other on the flight, like seeing the bromances flourish and seeing those players who had been axed join along the way, because they thoroughly deserve that party. And I really hope that they cherish the years that they had at Wrexham, because we will remember them for that. Trust me, Tozer's never going to be forgotten.
I think
Young,
what those
Aaron
guys have been able to create and able to give to the fans and to the club is something that money cannot buy.
No.
And
you won't get it any other club, mate.
I dare say they will never have to buy a pint again in Wrexham, that's for sure. So
never.
They're the epitome of Wrexham, of how welcoming the people are, bar one person. It's just.
But one person.
Yeah, bar one person. Yes. My numpty of the week. Let's get straight into this, because this has been a fun one. We had a little bit of a Twitter exchange.
It wasn't that bad.
This is why you don't call out Rousey, because I'll fucking slap you down, boy. Slap you silly. But this wonderful Twitter user, the so-called Wrexham fan, which I assume he is, but maybe he's just a troll.
I think he's just a troll, mate, because I don't like to diminish anyone for their amount of followers, but it looks like they've only had their account since the takeover. So them questioning us is quite funny.
Yeah. His response to one of our tweets, when I was like, keep calm, there's only 7 days left until the Two Beards podcast comes back. He said, 1, you are bandwagon jumpers. 2, the language on your channel is so uncalled for.
Fuck off.
3, have you ever set foot on Wrexham soil? To which I responded in true Rousey fashion, thanks for watching us, because, mate, I know you're going to be watching us right now, you cunt. Hey, was that uncalled for? Don't fucking think so. And yes, I actually have stepped foot on Wrexham soil when I was much, much younger. May have been just passing through, but I was still on Wrexham soil. And yes, and I also said, when did you jump on the bandwagon yourself? Because let's face it, we're all bandwagon jumpers at the end of the day. And if it's a bandwagon that's good, then I'm jumping on it. And Wrexham is good.
But I think the biggest thing for me out of that exchange was, look, you can say that our swearing's uncalled for. You could even say, have you stepped on Wrexham soil? But questioning bandwagoners, Why would we bother talking about Wrexham when we had no one, by the way? Yes, we've got followers now, and yes, we've got subscribers now. We had fucking no one for like 6 months. Why would we keep doing it? Like, it makes no sense to me why we would even try to do it for bandwagon jumping. Dude, we love this club more than anything. It's why on my right arm is Geelong and on the left arm is Wrexham. It's why he's got Yamo Heed fucking plastered across his chest. So when people question us, I don't care if you call us, fucking Aussies swearing all the time, or your swearing's unfucking called for, whatever. I don't care, because that makes sense. You're allowed that opinion. But when you question when someone likes a team or when they start following a team and you try to gatekeep something, you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Give your nads a tug. Just give your nads a good old swift tug, mate. You need it. So Marshall, Fox on Twitter, mate, you are my numpty of the week. Congratulations.
And enjoy supporting Chester next season, son.
Yeah, I think he's probably a closet chair. Hey, did you see Chester has actually taken up its correct birthright and put a circus ground right on their field?
I know. Just good on them. Good on them for embracing who they are.
Exactly. Bunch of fun.
We have Kings of Leon and they have clowns. And I mean, that's just their squad. And then they have the circus coming to town after. So it's like fucking crazy.
Oh, so funny. So good. I had a good chuckle when I saw that. I was like, geez, you know what? I dare someone to go into that circus wearing a Wrexham top and getting a photo of themselves. That would be, I would do it. Your boy Rousey would do it. If you want me to do it, someone
I'll be honest, bro.
Right over there, I'll go do it.
And the reason we talk about this pod raising money to get us over to Wrexham and all that shit is because we know it's a one-way ticket. Because let's be real, Rousey will be behind Vars, but with at least day 3, maybe. I don't think you'll actually get off the connecting flight. No, I don't think you'll get off the connecting flight because we land in Dubai and I'm just like, Rousey in Dubai does not read good.
Yeah, I've got to admit, that makes me a little nervous,
Does not read good for me, mate.
Dubai. But I think it'll be all right. We'll have some fun with it. We may even go through Singapore, but we'll figure that out when we get those.
Either one, you're getting arrested in, so.
But November 12th, 2025.
That's the goal.
November 26th, 2025. We will be in Wrexham.
Regardless.
Yeah, so look, not really too much to touch on other than the sad loss of our co-captains. The question's been asked around a lot about who we think the next captain is going to be. I had a good little stint on Local Pundit, and Red Horde was
your new bestie, mate. I thought I was getting replaced in the off season, Chief. Day 2 after us stopping, he's like
Red Horde, mate. He's not Red Horde.
Local Pundit.
He's a good bloke.
He's top bloke. I want to join. I want to join one day.
Well, you got to get off your ass, mate, and get on those streams.
Mate, it's like 1 a.m. and you're just blazed as all cunts and like just on there. And I'm like, what's going on? Like,
so shout out Local Pundit. I did actually say I reckon James McLean's going to be captain next year. I mean, everyone thinks it'll be Mullen, and I can support that as well. But I honestly think it'll go James McLean. Have you seen that dude box, mate? He is going nuts.
Have you seen that dude box players when he's playing? Like, honestly, it'd be Mullen for face value. And I mean this because if you make James McLean captain, that is an automatic target on your head already. You already have a target on our back, but that's right on the forehead if we get McLean involved. So I reckon it'll be Mullen captain, James McLean vice. And that's obviously that's all she wrote. But I would prefer McLean to be captain.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be Mullen and then McLean vice.
Yeah. Right. Let's bring the vibes down. Let's just talk about someone else that left the club. A moment's silence for none other than Fleur Robinson. Well
Get
done.
your flares out, boys.
Get your flares out, boys. She's gone. Woo! No, look. Divisive figure, I think. And I think I said it before. She brings it on herself because she was very secretive. She shied away from the camera. You don't see any segments where she's being interviewed. She doesn't talk much. She just wants to be that figure behind the scenes. And
Except for that
it's a
episode
bit,
about her last season.
oh, there was, but it wasn't like she wasn't on that much. It was only like little
About
snippets.
Burton.
And she's actually stated before that she's got no interest in being involved in the Hollywood side of things or all that. And I just think, well, if you're part of a club owned by Hollywood actors and you've got a big documentary, you can't be secretive. You're going to invite a lot of criticism. Whether that criticism has truth to it or not, um, we can only speculate because you know, we haven't seen actual proof of it happening, but
No,
there's stories out there, but we won't generate
speculate.
those stories. I think from my own personal point of view, she probably wasn't really fit for that role because of the notoriety of the club.
And I
And
think
that's where I
something needs to
stand
be
with that.
mentioned as well. And I'm not trying to give her an out here, and I do apologize for interrupting. I'm not trying to
Oh,
diminish what you're saying.
interrupt away, mate. It's all good.
It's Sean Harvey could possibly be a similar issue in itself. And I'm not blaming Sean. What Sean's done is incredible. What Fleur's done is incredible. I'm not saying that either. But the stories that float around, you can't tell me that it comes from one person. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
when Fleur gets a lot of flack, I'm all for saying she's a part of it, but I'm not all when people just say it's just her. Sean wouldn't let this happen or something like that. I think people have got heads up their own asses because they genuinely don't. Fleur is in the spotlight for simply not wanting to be in the spotlight. If she was in the spotlight and left, people would have clapped their hands and let her go. Yes, there was a couple of things that happened with the flares on the pitch where that shouldn't have been happening in terms of what by that I mean banning. Or, Ryan Barnett's got a fucking flare in his hand, but he's not banned. He can play next season. He's gone to Vegas. But then they ban a father and son for getting a photo with a flare. That's bullshit. So that
Not
that
even a
doesn't need
flare,
to
is
happen.
a smoke bomb.
Yeah, but like Barnett's got it. So
Mm.
why is Ryan Barnett, a player, get exempted from it, but a ticket holder for 25, 30 years is getting punished? It doesn't make sense. So my point is we will find out in this next 12 months whether the fish rotted from the head or if there's other people at play, e.g. Sean Harvey. Again, I'm speculating. Yes, I am speculating, but I don't want everyone piling on one CEO because that they did something that it was
Mm.
just them until either facts come out or we see it happen again, which proves it wasn't just Fleur, then we can kind of pile on her. But until then, innocent till proven guilty is my eyes.
Yeah, yep, true. And like I said, you it's all hearsay. You could have
Yeah.
just disgruntled people or disgruntled employees. All this shit sort of happens. Hell, I've had people probably talk shit about me pretty bad in the past, and it might not have been true, but it happens. Shit happens. But one goes out, another one comes in, and sure enough, it's half decent fucking signing. Jeez, to tell you what, Wrexham going for the guns here, like bringing in the big guns. Mike Williamson. Um, he obviously was chief financial officer and not CEO, but close, but for Inter Milan. And I'll tell you what, I mean, to grab someone that's been in the major European leagues, running clubs, or any level, and then I think he had a little bit to do in the US market as well with Miami FC.
Not to be confused with Lionel Messi's Inter Miami. That is
Yes,
a completely different entity.
yeah, a bit of a different entity, but then comes across to sunny old Wrexham. Now, I
Always
just
sunny
want
in
to
Wrexham.
say, right, I think that there was a connection somewhere that I read where the parent company that owns Miami FC has a majority or not a majority, like a big stake in Alpine. F1.
Oh, yeah. And we knew this from day one that the reason they signed up with Alpine, they're going to lose money. It's nothing to do with the money. They want the connections. And you and I called that. I'm very happy. I will claim this one. I don't like to boast toot our own home, but we claim that shit.
Yep. We said it was for the connections, didn't we? We gotta get those connections within the business world with the big money. And sure enough, we get Mike Williamson, who is, in my opinion, a very, very good get. I know someone's come out already saying he was an asshole at Miami FC or whatever, but you know what? Same thing with the whole Fleur thing.
Yep. People said, she's bad.
I
She's bad
cannot
news.
find a single bad thing on the internet said about this guy. I've looked, I've scoured everywhere, I've Google searched everywhere. I've even been on YouPorn and Pornhub, and
He's done his research.
I've done my research. I've done a lot of research, right? So I have found nothing. No one has ever spoken out about this guy. So whoever said that, it's probably a fleeting comment trying to stir the pot. You know what? Let's give the guy a chance. He's going to be our new CEO. He's going to be our new fearless leader. Let's get behind him and drive him along, because let it be known, we have just gone back to back
Promotions.
You got to throw that one in there. But that's no small feat. And we're such a big club, and we are easily becoming the biggest club outside of the Premier League. I just think, you know what? Well done. Let's keep going. And funnily enough, we're going to jump into our next segment right after this, where we're going to talk about League One. Let's talk about
excited.
League One.
I'm excited.
Right. We got some news. We're gonna spare the news a little bit, because there's so much news. It's too much news to fit into an hour-long podcast. So we're gonna stretch it out. But let's go with talking about League One right after this. Woo! So it's decided. We know who's going to be in League One. So we had Crawley win the playoffs on the weekend, which absolutely shocked me. Crawley were the late inclusion into the playoff mix, and oh boy, they worked up a storm, didn't they? MK Dons, Plastic FC, you're staying down for another year. Thank fuck.
Honestly, it's like it actually was the jackpot, because we got rid of Crew, we got rid of MK Dons. They're not coming up. Donny, I feel bad for them. They choked a little, but they are a very decent side. So possibly not playing them is probably a good thing. Crawley, I like that fixture. I like them as a club in general, but to have Crawley there, it's like, cool, they're there. That's good to have. I reckon we can be on par, if not better than them, no problem. So yeah, exactly. I think it's a very good thing to have. But oh fuck, okay. I don't know if you want to start this, but I've got some notes I wrote down, because I'm just so excited about this league. Just it's fucking insane. So if you want to go first, you go, I'll go after.
Did you just write down those notes while you were taking a shit beforehand?
No, that was taking a shit was code word for having a tug, because League One is some tasty shit.
Oh, really?
League One is.
I wondered why you were only 5 minutes and not bloody 20 like you normally are.
Nah, look, 5 minutes is Nah, look, that's very gracious of you. You know it was 30 seconds. So, no. Look, let's be honest. This is a tasty league. I sent it to my mate who does not follow. He does not follow anything outside of the Premier League. And I showed him it and I said, bro, look at this fucking league. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's just League One. Shut up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, bro, look at it. Look at the teams in there. You've got teams like fucking Bolton, Blackpool, Huddersfield, who were Premier League very, very not long ago. You've got the tasty matchups of Stockport again. We bring Shrewsbury into the equation. Then you've got teams like Cambridge, who is probably going to be the Paul Mullen derby. You've got Reading, who, when I was growing up, Reading were in and out of the Premier League, but they were the club to watch when to get an upset. You'd see them take the scalp of Man U. You'd see them take the scalp of these big clubs. So again, I'm excited because these are teams that you got to understand, guys, in Australia, and I've talked about this many times. Before every game was broadcasted from the Premier League and the Championship and shit like that, you would only get the highlights show here in Oz. So we could only see what they put on TV for us. And this is it, guys. This is the fucking shit. Wigan, dude. Wigan. I mean, that's another big club who was in the Premier League not so long ago. And then we've got the Fleur derby in the Brewers.
Oh yeah, because she's going back to Burton Albion, isn't she?
So let's be honest here, guys. This is it's either going to be rivalry, derby, or big club. There is nothing else. Name one club in there that's not one of those three. It's crazy.
It is insane. It is insane, and I honestly think that
scary.
To have Birmingham come down, to have Huddersfield come down, to have Rotherham come down. Obviously, Portsmouth has gone up, Derby County's gone up, and Oxford have gone up.
Kind of glad about that.
And obviously going down, we won't be facing Cheltenham, Fleetwood, Port, or Carlisle. So we won't be having those. But I just think that, if I can put this, so we got League One. Here it is, the League One list. All right, we got Blackpool. That's a good time. Wigan, Bolton Wanderers, Huddersfield, Barnsley, Rotherham, Stockport County, Wrexham, Lincoln City, Mansfield Town, Burton Albion, Shrewsbury, Birmingham, Peterborough United, Northampton Town, Cambridge, Stevenage, Wycombe Wanderers, Leyton Orient, Charlton Athletic, Reading, Crawley Town, Bristol Rovers, and just for the air of everyone that feels like taking a fucking monster of a trip, Exeter City. Holy shit. What a league. What a league. And then
this is what dreams are made of, mate. This is what dreams are made of. There's no dead rubbers. This is a challenge every fucking week. This has
got to be the toughest League One we've seen in a long time.
And 4 go down, Chief. 4 go down. So I'm scared because look at that. And you tell me, okay, let's calculate some wins and losses out of it. Birmingham are going to be fucking hard as shit to beat because they're going, in my eyes, are going straight back up. You've got people like Huddersfield. You've got like Blackpool, even to an extent. They've really, teetering on the championship level of football. So if you ask me, I'm very nervous because for me, if someone said to me, what's your goal for next year for Wrexham? Middle table, mate. I don't give a shit. I just want to be out of that relegation zone, and anything above middle table is a win. Don't care about it if we make just playoffs. If we do it, great. That's amazing, but it's not the goal. The goal is to be safe because I want to stay or go up.
The funny thing is, for some reason, you look at this big long list of top quality clubs, massive clubs with massive stadiums, yet somehow the punters have put Wrexham as favourite to go up again. What the fuck is that shit? Okay, so I hear this a lot, right? People are saying, we need a year to consolidate. We need a year to, get our ducks in order, get everything in a row. So when we go to the championship, we can have a training ground. We can do all that sort of stuff and be more enticing to people, have an academy, a proper academy set up, all that sort of stuff. But lo and behold, the punters think we're good to go back to back. And I bet you anything as well, that is not the owner's vision. That is not Parky's vision. And that is not the people on the team's vision. They're going to be pushing. They're going to want to go for it again. And they want to go and be probably the first team ever to go back to back to back.
Did Luton do that?
No. No, Luton had a break in the championship, and I think they had a break a year between. So I think they did it in 7 years from League Two. So they didn't go back to back to back. No.
Still
So
pretty crazy though. Like, I mean, like I think about it a lot. Like that's the team you have to emulate. Yes, they've gone straight back down, but you know what? We played Luton not long ago. Do you know what I mean? We were playing them like Mark Griffiths we spoke to off air one time, and he was telling us about the days he'd go to Luton's ground, and even he was questioning how could they move so quickly and get, because like that stadium, I don't know. I mean, I think we talked about it last year, but that stadium wasn't ready. Like you have to have certain things done for it to be Premier League approved. They had to work tirelessly. Now, I'm not saying Luton don't have money. When you get to the Premier League, you get cashed up. Trust me. I'm not doubting that. But if you've got someone like Wrexham who's got eyes on them, you've got the two owners, but I've said it to Rousey in passing, but I would not be surprised if another A-lister, another person jumps on board a la Hugh Jackman. I would not be surprised if more people try to get in on this before it hits championship.
Funnily enough, there's that team in Mexico that has got some ownership in Wrexham, a 5% stake, and they're not a small team either. They're not a small team. Let me just give you that club Nikaha or Nikaxa or however you want to say it.
I hate their logo.
Oh, it sucks. But I tell you what, they are a big team. They're a big team in Mexico. So for them to have a 5% stake, that's pretty damn good. But that said, I mean, back on track, can you imagine? Can you just imagine, just for 1 second, all right? Just humor me, Adrian. Just humor me here. Can you imagine we rock up at Wrexham. It's November 2025. It's a little bit on the cold side because it's going into the winter in England. So make sure you tuck in your nad warmers and keep them nice and toasty.
I'll wear a
But
wig.
imagine we're going to Wrexham, November 2025, and Wrexham are in the Championship League and they're versing Coventry. I would cream. I would fucking
and I would hope we would spank them 10-0 and make them, and then that is the game that got them relegated. That's what I would fucking dream of.
Relegated in November. Maybe if you're like Sheffield United.
The Blades.
26 points.
No, they're terrible.
How shit do you have to be to score 26 points in the season?
Bro, they are they are absolutely, absolutely terrible. And you want to know how terrible they are? You gave them 10 extra points.
Oh shit, was it 16? Fuck. All right, I stand corrected. That is fucking bad, especially for Sheffield United as well. I mean, wow.
I think the big surprise packet about going down was not Nottingham Forest.
4 games all year.
Yeah. Well, Nottingham and Everton both got points deductions and they're not relegated. But then you've got teams like Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield.
Twice.
Hey?
They got points deducted twice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Everton got twice. Numpties.
Wow. How shit you got to be to fucking score. I mean, that would just be painful, man. 16 points.
16. That's got to, like, at least Luton, who, yes, they're gone down as well, but they got 26 points and they were, one more deduction from Nottingham away from staying up, sorry. So, like, yeah, look, tough titties, I guess. But the biggest thing for me out of this entire situation is how unreal is this? National League fucking feels like years ago.
It does, doesn't it?
Absolute years ago. It feels like, and I know for a lot of people who have supported the club through those hard times, it probably doesn't. It probably feels only like yesterday. But for us being, I guess on the bandwagon, is probably it is a surreal feeling for any fan alike. Wrexham owners are probably absolutely champing at the bit to be at League One. We're talking Parky, who's like, when he signed up, I guarantee he was just there to get him out of National League. In my eyes, I reckon he went, I'll get him out of here, and then, we'll go from there. He's done them 2 back-to-back promotions. Owners have done it. The coaching staff have done it. We will have some new players come in. And dude, I know it sounds awful, but if we've gotten rid of Aaron Hayden, Ben Tozer, Luke Young, Callum McFadzean, Rob Layton, and everyone else, can you imagine who we're going to bring in? Like, you're telling me we're going to get someone better than Aaron Hayden?
Yeah, I know there was a thing floating around about Stephen Humphries, but I'm not really too impressed with that. I was just thinking, yeah, I don't know. Jury's out on Stephen Humphries for me, but that's just my own personal opinion. I know Aaron, shout out Aaron in our Fuckheads chat. He's got absolute jonesing on for him. He cracks a fat every single time he hears his name. No, I love Aaron.
Aaron's great because he's like the special comments that you kind of need to just rattle off some stats or some insight that he's got on something that you really don't have an opinion on. Like, I didn't have an opinion on it. So when I'm reading the Fuckheads chat and I see him fight tooth and nail to say this is actually not the greatest signing of all time, but a great signing if we do it, I was like, you know what, Aaron? I'll fight with you. Good shit. Good scrimshaw. Like, good shit. Like, well done. Good stuff.
He's a good bloke. He's a good bloke. I know he's been on Local Pundit as well. You know what? I think we actually got to get Local Pundit on this show. I think
I'll be honest, mate. I'm absolutely gutted that I've never officially met Local Pundit. We've talked via DMs, I think, or via at least some form of message once or twice, but I've never officially met the bloke. But I wake up after an early night. I've had a Saturday night without Wrexham. No games are on. I'm like, oh, what do I do with my life? I wake up in the morning, take the dogs out, and I look at my phone, and there's just stoned Rousey's face on the fucking Local Pundit. And I'm like, what did I miss? And I just see him. He's like, yeah, I wasn't going to join, boys, but everyone wanted me on. So what is up? And then he's painting him like his French girls. I'm like, what the fuck is happening when I'm away? And it's you know what, Rousey, maybe I'm holding you back.
No. Josh from the Local Pundit, he's a good bloke.
The best.
I'm of this mindset where any attention that Wrexham gets, whether it's from the Americans, whether it's from us, whether it's from Fearless and Devotion, me, the wife, and Wrexham, fucking love you guys.
Yeah, you really have to really get a restraining order before we get over to Wrexham, Ryan and Sean. Just get that in place.
I just think any attention is good because at the end of the day, more eyes on the club means more dollars. And
for the club,
more dollars for the club.
Just clarifying.
Just clarifying. You've got to clarify that one, and it's a good thing, and we're going to need it, especially now being big time League One.
I hope we stay up.
Mental, even just thinking about that. So, I think waiting to see who comes in as well. With we're going to review that. I'm not big on playing. Where the fuck am I going with this? Anyway, we'll just keep going down this path. I'm not big on giving speculation on transfers.
Nah.
All right, because at the end of the day,
either look like a dick or you look like a genius.
Yeah, when it doesn't happen, you look like a fool, and you're just like, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of those things where you just. Yeah, I don't subscribe to it. I'm not gonna give off any rumors. We know it's not Luke Armstrong. We know that.
That poor bastard. Like, here's the thing. It ended up being the blessing in disguise. We got Stephen Fletcher. Holy shit. What a man we got in return. And poor Luke Armstrong is sitting in League Two, not doing much. And I'll tell you what, that's a guy I feel bad for. If you ever feel bad about a transfer that didn't go through, it's Luke Armstrong. So there's that. But I want to address one speculation that's happened for 2 seasons now, by the way. So it's not just from this season, it's from last season, because some muppet comes up with it every time. Jamie Vardy's not signing for Wrexham. So any fuckhead who's just out there and he's like, but I heard. All right, I'll say this right now. And Jamie Vardy, if you're listening, feel free to make me look like a fool. I don't mind. I'm going to give into this one because I know it's not happening. I'll do 10 shots of tequila on podcast.
No, no, no,
whilst we're doing it.
no,
If he signs.
no. If he signs, you got to get your dick out on camera.
Nah, that's ain't not. No, we're not doing that. We're not getting
Come on.
cancelled.
You gotta do it.
We can't play. We can't play. Where's Waldo? All right, we can't. So no, but honestly, I'll do 10 shots of tequila in a row and then do the rest of the podcast. I'll do it at the start and I'll see where we go from there. I will do that if Jamie Vardy signs, but he will not. So anyone who's out there in the Red Passion chats or the fucking Facebook groups that are just out there, that it's just like the most. Anyway, my point is, I don't mind speculation when it's got some substance, but when people are like, "Oh, but we're Hollywood now. We'll get him." Fuck off. Like if we get him, I hope we do. I'm just saying it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen either. But when I heard that whole Jamie Vardy thing, I think, why are people trying to dump on us to be the retirement home of the Premier League players? Like,
Yep,
that's the MLS.
Yep. That is a jab. That is also the A-League, but the difference with the MLS is at least the MLS keep their players. The A-League, they get these players in, sign them, and then 6 months later, like David Villa at Melbourne City, he played 5 games and was like, I'm fucking gone. Get me out of here. I'll go to New York City early. Just get me out of Australian League. So, yeah. So that's a shit on Australian League so the Americans don't get mad.
Yeah, well, hey, the MLS pisses all over the Aussie League. I'll say that because I don't.
The A-League's going under, mate.
A-League, mate. I don't even watch it.
I'm a massive Melbourne City fan. So my hometown, I fucking hate Melbourne Victory, and they're in the grand final against Central Coast. So fucking hope Central Coast win, but I hate them too because they smashed us in last year's grand final. Not the point. Melbourne City are owned by Manchester City, so people go, oh, well, they're plastic, they're this, they're that. Melbourne Heart were going under. They needed someone to funnel money. The difference is A-League has a salary cap. Now, the reason I'm bringing all of this up is the A-League will go bankrupt in a couple of years, and the thing will have to be redone. Now, here's what I'm hoping for. The boys have invested in a Mexican club, right? I'm just saying.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm just saying, if the league dissolves, and the league has to start again and new teams have to rise from the ashes, or teams like what happened with Melbourne City being purchased by Manchester City, give a dog a bone and we'll be there every game. Do you know what I'm saying? Like these are those opportunities that big clubs.
You're about to say get Robin Ryan to invest in the A-League.
Fuck the A-League, man. That thing's going to shit. I'm saying get a club involved and then you have a funnel of youth, because the A-League at the moment is just brimming with absolute talent who don't get seen by more than 1,000 people on the park, like in the stands. Do you get what I mean? Like these are talented kids who you could funnel in the youth system. Then all these clubs have youth systems. Now I guarantee that's why they've got this Mexican team investment. 100% that's why, because they're going to funnel these kids through so that they can have people from South America, from America as well. Well, being selfish here, I'd love to see the worldwide Reds truly go that way and, do not a consortium. I don't want to be CFG. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying get the youth systems in these clubs around the world, and all of a sudden you're funneling the best talent that there is, at least to Wrexham. And let's just say we're not in the Premier League. Maybe we're sitting in League One for a while. Doesn't matter. You sell them on because you will make money and turn it around. So I think it's a really good thought process. It will never happen, but that's the dream for me, is not to invest in the A-League, but to invest in the youth system of Wrexham across the globe.
Do you think any players are going to get sold from our current squad now?
Nah.
Because you got to think, we got your likes of Billy Waters, who's most likely never going to play for Wrexham. You got Sam Dolby, brilliant striker. Does he go out on loan? Does he get sold? You got Jake Bickerstaff, also a good player. Does he go out on loan? Does he get sold? I mean, there's players there that are still contracted that would either need to be sold or loaned out. And
The only player is Billy Waters, I think, would be sold. I think the rest of them will go out on loan. I think Dolby is still in that age bracket where he can peak. And the last thing we want to do is get rid of him as we've just developed him and then he becomes a superstar. Because he has his moments where he is just stellar. We just need him to be that as consistent as a Paul Mullen. So we need him to grow a bit more. So loaning him out would be smart. Bickerstaff again, probably. I would love to see Bickerstaff back in the graces of the 11, but League One looks tough as shit. So I don't know if that'll happen.
really, really in for a very, very tough League One. So the fact that the punters have backed us to go back to back to back is insane to me. But let's
Ridiculous.
finish off this segment and let's just ask you with one question. Adrian, last year I said back to back as champions. I came fucking close. But this year, what is your prediction for League One?
Well,
Now we know.
you're not even
Now
going to
we
get me
know.
credit for second, are you?
No, no, I'm not giving myself any credit. I came fucking close though. I
No, I'm
thought
saying for me, mate. What did I predict?
you predicted. No, you predicted that we would go top three,
I
but I
said
think it
second or
changed.
third.
Yeah, second. Okay, all right. So the football guru over here, the bald-headed
A
bollock
genius. No, I'm kidding.
genius.
I just want him to admit, and I'm glad he's admitted he's wrong because he has a tough time doing that. But he won't also give credit to someone else. That's one thing I've noticed. He'll concede, but then he won't be like, but this person was right.
Oh, come on, that's not true. That is not true, mate. You were right.
There we
You were
go.
right.
There we go. That's all I'm asking for. I'm
You,
begging for it.
we
Just begging
got
for it.
promotion. So, bald-headed bollock over here. What is your prediction?
Just teasing you.
What is your prediction for League One? Where will we end up?
I think we will end up, and I just want to make sure that this is actually a playoff spot in League One because I don't know if it is or not. So bear with me just 2 jiffies. League One. There we go. And the table. It is not. Well, I had us, and I know that I don't want to do the same as what I did last year. Last year I said 2, and I was about to do the same. I was about to say 6th or 7th.
Yeah, we will
Fuck
have
it.
it. We will actually have an episode where we predict the whole entire table, just like we did for League Two.
Yeah.
But this is just Wrexham. That's what we
6th.
care about.
6th. I think we'll be 6th. I think we'll be
Playoffs.
we'll be the playoffs, but the very brim. Whether we go all the way with it, I doubt. But I definitely think out of that list currently, unless some big things happen, we're definitely 6th best club in that league. It's a brave call, I know, but I know that I would love, as I said, mid-table is what we're going for. What I think and my guess is
No. Mid table is what people think that they're going to go for, but I can tell you now they're not going for mid table.
no.
There's no way in hell anyone comes into a season. Oh, we're going to go mid table. We'll just aim for a mid table finish. No one says that, and I guarantee you, Parky, who has led teams out of League One twice now into the championship, will he have a chance of doing it again? So you reckon 6? So on the brink of the playoffs.
Yeah, brink.
Yeah, that's not a bad. I can respect that. I think that's a pretty good.
It's either that or 7th, and we just miss. But
Either way, that'll
I'll
be a
stick with 6th.
good season.
Oh, regardless,
That'll
it's a
be
good season. Yeah. Regardless.
Because this is League One. I like to call the Danger League because you got 4 teams that go down and 3 teams that go up. So the fact that there's such a small little margin between teams 4 and fucking 20 is very, very interesting. It can flip on its head real quick. You know, we're going to have teams spending a lot of money because this is the toughest League One I think we've seen in a long time.
Long time.
But do we want to hear Rousey's prediction?
I was just kind of hoping that you'd tell us.
Oh, okay.
Do
No,
it.
fuck yeah, I'm not telling you. Let's go to the
Tell me.
break.
You fucking dick. Tell me. Tell me. Go on. Go on.
Okay, all right. All right. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. But let's just say this. Back to back to back. Let's do it. Second. I think they get second.
Fuck off. Oh Lord,
So
dude, I'll be honest,
my
mate.
prediction is it'll be second place or it will be promotion through the playoffs.
Yeah, which is basically what I was saying last year, which was second or third. Well, even though it wasn't one of the playoff spots, but I was like second or third. We just won't be the best team, and that was correct. So possibly you could be right, bro. Like could be right because regardless, if I guess sixth and we go through, you'll still win. So you're a pretty smart man now. You've caught on to the picking multiple.
Yeah, but I'm
position.
calling a playoff win though as well. So
Yeah, that is
look,
hard.
very, 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 very interesting call. I'm saying it because I back the boys. I know they're going to go for it again.
I hate when you use that term. You're like, I do it because I back the boys and I love this club. It's like, what are you saying? I don't love this club because I don't think
No,
we
well,
get
I mean,
more than
I
six.
know you want to be realistic and all that sort of shit, but look, this sort of stuff, it's like I just got to do it. I just got to do it. I think they're going to go hell for leather again, and they're not going to stop for anyone. Although it would be nice to see him finish just above the top 10.
Oh
That'd
yeah,
be a brilliant year, and I think that'll be a brilliant year. But somewhere in the playoffs or one of those top two, if they get second, I mean, fucking hats off. That's it. I'm like, yeah.
bro. If we can even if we go up, that's fucked. Like if we
We
go
go
up,
up and we'll be watching a championship side championship game when we go over there. That's what I'm
shit. If
hoping
we can get
for.
a ticket, mate, my biggest fear. I have nightmares about this. I haven't told Rousey this, but I've had nightmares where Rousey and I go over to Wrexham. I've dreamed about it. I dream about it a lot. And we get there and we're meeting our friends, Ryan and Sean, and we're seeing Mark's taking us around and we're having a good time. And then we get to game day. And then we say, see you guys, enjoy the game because we couldn't get a ticket. And we're just standing outside the ground with the biggest fear of missing out you've ever had in your fucking life. And you can just hear the crowd, and me and you were just standing there eating chips and gravy, just crying into them. Like we went all this way, bro, all this way.
No, no, we'll get tickets. I'm sure someone will help us out if it comes to it. But
Not if
either
we're in
way, we'll
championship,
probably get
bro.
away tickets. But
But I
yeah.
kind of want us to go down now because if we do, maybe people will jump off the bandwagon and we'll get tickets.
Yeah. Oh yes, yes. Let's go back down so we can. Yep, let's do that. All right.
There's a
Well,
upside for everything.
that's right. Okay. Well, after this, chat some shit. We'll wrap up this episode. Been a fun one, I must say, for a first one back. So, guys, see you after this. Woo! Well, that is it for our first week back, season 2 of our podcast, season 2, episode 1. What an interesting little episode that was. Just a bit of fun, just a bit of shit stirring, guys. You can expect more of this. I think we're going to have quite a few guests. So next week, Adrian, what have we got next week, mate?
I don't recall. No, I do. It is our 50th fucking episode.
50th episode. So we know we're going to have Ryan and Sean from Me, the Wife, and Wrexham on. There's going to be probably a few others coming on as well. I know. I'm trying to get in touch with Mark Griffiths and have him come back on. So far he hasn't responded to my messages, but we'll see. He's probably busy.
He hates us.
But we may even have another singer on to come and grace us.
Wonder who that's going to be.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It might even be yourself, Adrian, because little birdie tells me that you can actually sing a song.
No,
Are
not
you going to get
really.
your guitar out for the 50th?
Oh, look, probably not.
Comment down below. If this episode gets more than 10 likes, Adrian's breaking out the guitar.
That is like you got to do something stupid like 100.
No, fucking 10, mate. Fucking 10. 10
Watch
likes.
everyone not like it deliberately. They're like, fuck that.
This boy can sing, I'm telling you. This boy
Very sweet.
has some pipes. I can play the drums. This guy can sing and play the guitar. And I tell you what, his voice, mate. Oh,
I appreciate
you're
you,
gonna love
bro.
it. So
Appreciate you.
I,
You know
I
what?
was- I was
Fuck it. If
trying
we
to
get
get into
20 likes, I'll do 10 and I'll do a song. If we get 20 likes, I will make
Do
a song
Wonderwall.
just for the 50th.
Ah, what do we got to do to actually get you to sing Wonderwall?
Okay. So anyone who watches my stream before Two Beards, before whenever, I have one rule on my stream. There's 3 rules. Don't be racist, don't be homophobic, and don't request Wonderwall. Simple. 3 rules, bro. Like that's all I have, man. Like
All right. So 10 likes, he breaks out his guitar. 20 likes, he will make a song
just for the 50th.
just for the 50th episode for the Two
Kind of
Beards
scared.
Wrexham.
I should have made it a little bit higher, to be honest.
20 likes. 20
50,
likes.
50.
Let's do it. All right. That's gonna be so this is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. So
I'll regret everything. Don't drink and pod, kids.
oh shit. This is gonna be good. So guys, be sure to join us next week for our 50th episode extravaganza. I mean, we may even try and throw some more guests in there. I may just get a conglomerate of guests just to come in and chat some shit and just have some fun. Next week, there really is not going to be much structure around the episode. We're just going to go
Little bit
there and enjoy our 50th episode.
Mate, look, we can't get the owners. We're in no
we've
dissolution.
tried.
We've tried.
We've
We're not gonna,
tried.
but Rousey told me that we're getting Wolverine himself, Hugh Jackman. Now, I haven't said this. Rousey has said, no, I'm kidding. just you, the bus, whoop, like throw it straight under.
That's my home, man. My home is under the bus now. All right. Whenever this podcast is, it's just your Rousey's home is under the bus.
Under the bus.
Yeah.
But I love it.
When teams park the bus, guess who's under it?
And when there's a lady, no, anyways, let's just continue.
When there's a lady, I'll come up.
Who's underneath? Anyways, so
it'll be like the start of Planet of the Apes where they're fighting over the bone.
but it's just your bone. Is that what you're saying?
No, we're not saying that. But anyway, back under the bus I go. Anyway, you were saying.
Anyways, Wolverine. No,
yeah, Wolverine.
I think it'll be a really good episode, and I think the best part about what we have here is you guys as a whole, as like fuckheads, the YouTube comments, the kind words that you guys say. I know I'm getting a bit mushy here, but like it's hard for us when we might be running out of steam, especially towards the end of a season, especially towards the end of last season. Poor Rousey and I, we were kind of fucked because like we were getting up at the 4 a.m. for the games, or we're getting up at 2 a.m. for the game. Like it was just constant, and there was midweek games. And what spurs us on and keeps us going for another season is you guys. And it's not about money, or it's not about subscribers. It's the kind words that you've given, whether it's being on Twitter for wishing me a happy birthday, or Rousey a happy birthday when we had our birthdays and shout outs and shit. Or it's just saying, hey, I never heard you guys before, but I want you to know I listened to you. Like Rousey shows me those, and I used to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, fine. But the reason I was like that was because I just was in disbelief, and I'm very, 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 I want to say this year that there is a difference in the way that I want us to get across to you guys. Is we're not doing this to be fuckheads. We're not doing this to just milk the club. We're not even doing it just to be Wrexham fans, because we can be Wrexham fans without the pod. We do it for you guys purely for the fact that for your enjoyment. And I hope that you continue to enjoy it for this rest of this season, because Rousey puts in a lot of work. I put in a bit of work, and I really hope that you enjoy what we do.
Exactly. I mean, I was just doing it in hopes of meeting a lady, but no. But no, that 100%.
That's the end of the pod now. That's the one. Adrian gets deep and meaningful after 1.5 beers, and then Ramsey's like, you know what though? I'm here for bitches. Like, that's how he's like.
So, guys, I mean, yeah, that 100% back that sentiment. I mean, that is why we do it. We do this because we love the Wrexham community. We love what Wrexham stands for as a club. We think it's a great story, and we're backing it till the day we die. And we'll even get it tattooed on us, or we've already got it tattooed on us. But
Yeah.
I think it's just great, and thank you guys for all your support. We've got a big season ahead, a big off season, plenty of guests coming up. A lot of work is going to go into this podcast just to bring you guys some entertainment and fulfill the Wrexham void. Was there is no Wrexham. Well, no Wrexham games.
There's always a Wrexham. When there's a will, there's a Wrexham.
So, with that said, I'm not going to do this one in French because I can't think straight right now.
Au revoir, fuckheads.
Au revoir. Beard brethren, Sheila's, fuckheads, all-round legends. That is Two Beards Wrexham Podcast for another week. We will see you next week for our 50th episode. And come and join the fuckheads. Links are down below in the description.
Oh, he's got him.
Bye.